Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dr. Anwar Youssef Dunbar, and this is Big Discussions 76, my original channel. First of all, please like this video, please share it, and please subscribe to my channel. If you want to donate something to the channel, that information is below in the description box, and you can also leave a super thanks. And also, please consider joining the Big Words LLC newsletter. In addition to being a YouTube content creator, I'm also a writer with two blogs and a book. Well, I wasn't going to do a video about this originally. Um, I'm I'm very conscious these days about doing things that are more clickbaity and the celebrity gossipy type of thing, or just chasing what's trending. But I thought this what happened with Takeoff. I thought it links to something I've been thinking about a lot recently, which is something I read in Reginald Lewis's autobiography. First of all, um, shout out to Rael for encouraging myself and others to read "Why Should White Guys Have All the Fun?" For those of you who don't know, this is a little bit of Black history. Reginald Lewis is the United States' first Black billionaire. And I did a stream on him on this channel back during Black History Month, but it's a story. Uh, his story should be told throughout the year and as often as possible. I'm going to get to that passage at the end of talking about Takeoff, and I'm going to end on what Reginald Lewis, one of his concerns before he passed away, because I think it's very, very fascinating. So I woke up this morning to the news of Takeoff dying, being shot. I didn't. I think there's footage out there. I didn't see it. I'm a busy man, so I didn't really have time to take a look at it. I have an article here from CNN of all places. It's a short article. I'm going to read through it, and then I'm going to end with this passage from Reginald Lewis's autobiography. I'm an aspiring author myself, and I want to encourage reading here on this channel. And there have been quite a few folks who have suggested that folks don't read anymore, but that's a story for a different day. So let me jump into this article, and I don't want to make this too long. I'm going to enable my screen share here, and then I'm going to jump in. The cool thing about StreamYard is that you can make pre-records in addition to going live. This article reads, let me close that ad there. This article reads as follows. Takeoff, a member of the rap group the Migos, fatally shot outside of a private party in Houston, police say. There's a picture of Takeoff right there. And what's funny is that I didn't know. I'm out of the loop most of the time with what the current music is, and who the current hot artists are. So I didn't know who the Migos were until the BET Awards several years ago, when Joe Budden was interviewing them along with someone else, and Joe Budden, for whatever reason, got fed up during the interview and walked off, and the three of the Migos, stood up like they were going to do something, and of course they showed that they zoomed in on the people behind them watching and looking, and it was hilarious. I love that clip. If you ever had the chance to watch it, go and watch it. But that's the first time that I knew who these guys were, and I actually have Bad and Bougie in my iTunes library. I could do the hook for you right now, but again, I want to keep a certain amount of polish on this channel going forward. So this article reads as follows. Okay. Takeoff was one third of the platinum selling group Migos. I'm sorry, Takeoff, who was one third of the platinum selling group Migos, was shot and killed early Tuesday in Houston, Texas. A source close to the group confirmed to CNN he was 28. Police received a call of a shooting in progress around 2:34 p.m. local time. Houston Police Department Chief Troy Finner said at a news conference Tuesday. Officers arrived to the 810 Billiards and Bowling, Houston, where there was a private party and found a dead man at the scene. Two other people, a 23-year-old man and a 24-year-old woman, were also injured in the shooting and took themselves to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, said Sergeant Michael Arrington with the police department's homicide division. Employees told police an argument took place after the party ended when a large group of people gathered at the front door area outside of the building, which led to the shooting. At least 40 people were at the scene at the time of the shooting, Finner said. A lot of people were there. A lot of people that were there fled the scene and did not stick around to give a statement, Arrington said. Finner identified the deceased man as Kershnik Kahari Ball, also known as Takeoff, of the rap group Migos. I got many calls from Houston and outside Houston, and everyone spoke of what a great young man he is, how peaceful he is, what a great artist he is, Finner said, later adding that Takeoff was very well respected and nonviolent. I would not expect him to be involved. We have no reason to believe that he was involved in anything criminal at the time, Finner said. Houston Mayor Sylvester Turner said they have met with Takeoff's mother. It doesn't matter how famous you are. You may not be famous at all, Turner said. Anybody who loses his or her life is a life lost, and there are family members and friends who are grieving as a result. The hip hop community reacts to Takeoff's death. The news of Takeoff's death was a blow to the hip hop community, still recovering from the fatal shooting of rapper PNB Rock in September. Stars took to social media Tuesday to pay tribute and express their condolences over the death of Takeoff. Gucci Mane, who recently collaborated with Takeoff on the track Us Versus Them, wrote on Instagram, "This broke my heart upon learning the news." There's a picture of him right there. This homicide, this is horrible, from the tragedy of the death to the tragedy of there being a video of it online. Actress Keke Palmer shared on Instagram, referring to a video that appears to show the deceased rapper in the moments after he was shot. It's all just tragic, and I am so sorry to his whole family and all that he touched. Really horrible. Rapper Ja Rule aired his grievances about Takeoff's violent death on Twitter, writing, "This ish has to stop. Sending love to friends and family." The Atlanta Falcons also released a statement on Twitter. Takeoff's legacy lives on in Atlanta and across the world, the team tweeted. So the Migos burst on the scene in 2013. Born in Lawrenceville, Georgia, Takeoff began performing with his uncle and fellow rapper Quavo, along with Offset, as Migos in 2008. The trio found fame in their 2013 single Versace. Their success only increased in 2016 with the release of their hit Bad and Bougie, which featured fellow recording artist Lil Uzi Vert. The single quickly became an internet sensation, giving birth to a multitude of memes that played off the lyrics "raindrop, drop, top." Raindrop, top, no. Raindrop, drop, top. That's how it sounds in the song. The song got an even bigger boost after Atlanta creator and star Donald Glover name dropped the signal during an acceptance speech at the 2017 Golden Globe Awards. I really want to thank the Migos for not being in the show, but for making Bad and Bougie, Glover said at the time, like that's the best song ever. Takeoff and Quavo recently formed the duo Unk and Few and released their debut album, Only Built for Infinity Links, on October 7th. That's a nod to, I think, Raekwon and Ghostface Killer's Only Built for Cuban Links. The music video for their song Messy was released on Monday. During a recent conversation on the podcast Drink Champs, just days before his death, Takeoff accepted accolades for his stellar performance on the new project. It's time to pop it. You know what I mean? It's time to give me my flowers. You know what I mean? Takeoff said, I don't want them later when I ain't here. All right, so that's the article. And I'm going to end this with a passage from Reginald Lewis. You can look that stream up. Actually, I'm going to show this picture of Takeoff right here. I'm going to end with a passage from Reginald Lewis's Why Should White Guys Have All the Fun? And yeah, because I think it gets to what's happening with what happened with this and what happened with other rappers and what we're seeing in our inner cities and in the Black community right now. And I think this passage will be a nice jumping off point for several other discussions. This one is about a current event, but I think that this will set up a lot of other important discussions. So this is from Why Should White Guys Have All the Fun? And this passage is from, let me see if I can get to it quickly. Chapter 14, A Door to a New Universe. So this was after he had done the Beatrice deal. This was after he became a billionaire. And this was before his brain cancer diagnosis. And what happens is when a lot of people become successful and they make their big breakthrough, whatever it is, they often start to look at the world and they often start to think to higher causes. And I think that after Mr. Lewis had arrived and all of his hard work had paid off, he started thinking about, okay, how can I help and change the world? So this is a brief paragraph and it reads as follows. Reg was concerned about the world in which he lived, says Cleve Christoph, longtime friend until their falling out during the Beatrice deal. I knew him for too many years, and we discussed it far too many times for me to believe that was just a facade. It was not. I remember in 1986, he said, Cleve, I have a deep concern about the direction of our society, particularly as it relates to Black males. That was long before the theme that is so prevalent today of what happened or what's happening to Black youth, the males in particular. He felt we had important roles to play by example, as well as by dint of what our success might enable us to do in terms of philanthropy and otherwise. So that was 1986. I'm going to minimize this now. So that was 1986. So Reginald Lewis, as he was on his way to doing what he did, he saw something. He saw some things. It's a very, very short passage in this book, but I think it's significant that there were things that he saw and recognized, and there were things that concerned him at that time. So what happened with Takeoff and with what's happening to all these other rappers from this generation, is this related to what Reginald Lewis saw way back when? Is this related to what he was concerned about back in those days? Let me know what you think in the comments section below. I'm going to show one more thing here. This is a link. I'm going to leave that CNN article below in the description box. But this is a link to another article that's embedded in that article, and it's a picture, I believe, of six rappers from this generation who we've lost to violence. So Takeoff is one of them. The PNB guy, he's there. There's Nipsey Hussle. Uh, I think that's Takashi. Yeah, is that Takashi 69? Okay, well here's the here they are. So left PNB Black, Takeoff, Young Dolph, um, Pop Smoke, Nipsey Hussle, and XXX Tentacion. So that's XXX Tentacion. See that? See, I'm out of the loop. I don't know all of these things. But again, what Reginald Lewis saw back then, is this what he saw? Did he see us headed towards this type of thing? Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. And again, I think I want to use this. I want to use that little passage from Why Should White Guys Have All the Fun to have more conversations like this on this channel. What did he see back then? And are we seeing what he was concerned about now? And there are a lot of things going on now. Some things that are very uncomfortable to talk about, and some things that people don't want us talking about. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Once again, I want to encourage reading and scholarship on this channel, as I am an aspiring author myself and as I am a reader myself. In any case, please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to donate something to the channel, that information is below in the description box. You can also leave a super thanks. And also, please consider joining the Big Words LLC newsletter. With that, I'm going to wrap this one up. Stay safe out there, everyone. And as always, remember that your attitude determines your altitude. Take care, and I'll talk to you the next time. Bye bye.